Bine ați venit la un nou episod Hexing Talks. Astăzi o avem pe doamna Jessica Fan invitată, Senior Vice President of Hexing Group, cu care o să dezbatem un pic despre piețele în curs de dezvoltare, piețele dezvoltate deja din punct de vedere fotovoltaic și tendințele la nivel global. Nu uitați să dați un like, un follow și sper să vă placă episodul. Hi and welcome to a new episode of Hexing Talks. Today we are honored to have Ms. Jessica Fan, Senior Vice President of Hexing Group.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
So, Ms. Jessica, what is the perspective? How do you see the dynamics of the global PV market, please?
So for global PV and also actually it should include the storage now. Yeah, it's very. Let's say we can categorize in three different type. One is like in Europe for some very matured market. Yeah, like Germany, Italy, or Netherlands for those area. No matter for the regulations there or the financial system or the users themselves, they are very well developed already and with very matured ways of the market. Yeah, but for some of the market, like we say for the Asia part or some part of Latin America, they have some very clear pinpoint. Like for Brazil, it's very high tariff there, and the users there they are suffering for the high cost, and for such market, there is very potential demand, but I mean the whole system still is developing there, but the market itself it's working very well, and they need a very good solutions, and the market is also very potential and developing. And also like in some market in Asia, as I mentioned for Pakistan, for example, the network there is cannot support for the stable delivery of the power. So every user they have they need to have their own solution to solve the problem. So also this market, there's a very big potential and necessary of the market. But like for Romania here, it's a bit different actually. It's there is policy here. It's encourage people to use, and also people feel the change of the electricity market, and not only for the price of the electricity, also for the environment, a lot of consideration. So we can find the people here wanted to use more and more renewable energy solutions, no matter to solve the high cost or the environmental consideration. So actually it's the developing period. But since the demand is not very clear yet, so still it's we say it's a potential, but not very matured. Yeah.
Still developing.
Yes.
Because you touched this topic, what could be the main differences between a mature developed country, like you mentioned, Germany, Italy,
Yes.
compared to Romania, for example, which is still developing? Romania, even Bulgaria, they are still developing on this side.
Yes.
So from your perspective and the company's perspective, what are the clear differences that we can see between the two?
The main difference is no matter the end user or the suppliers, still for the matured market, the strategy is clear for everyone. Yeah, so the demand is clear. So everyone choose very in a very regular way. But here, for the unmatured market, we should grow together actually with the client, because we should define the products or find the way to support the procurement actually. So still here related more service actually, for the market. So we should very closely working together for the definition of the products or the method of payments. I mean, a lot of financial proposals and also a lot of curious here. So we need to have more deeper investigations from the beginning. So for that market, we can find out all the information. I mean, it's in the internet everywhere. So for market insight part, it's not so necessary. But for unmatured, we need the study. Yeah, actually, it's changing. So should work together for the no matter for products or for the ways of the business. Yeah.
Could we say that mature markets are more rational and developing markets are more emotional?
Yeah, actually, we cannot say simply in these ways, rational or emotional.
Yeah, I made it very, very, very simple, very basic.
Yes. Actually, even for the unmatured market, still there's rational part and the emotional part. Yeah. For example, for emotional part, still everyone feel like to have green energy. Yeah, just I want. So sometimes very emotional ideas, but when they choose the real products or choose the solutions, still actually even unmatured market don't like, I mean, previous years, even for unmatured market, because people already had some education or they can learn a lot from other market. So actually they are making the research by themselves. So also they care about the invest and the return. Everyone is trying to understand it very well. So even for the unmatured market, also there is two parts.
Two sides.
Yes.
I see. Now, you've been in this industry for quite a long time now, and you have a very broad experience when it comes to photovoltaics. How do you see that in the last few years, the consumer behavior changed? What is the shift that you saw in consumer behavior in the past few years compared to 5 or 10 years ago?
So for consumer side, now more and more they can access for more and more information. So actually we don't just say it's a good brand, everyone is using it, or it's a good price. Actually, it's more complicated now. Yeah. So the user themselves, for example, here, everyone actually they are in some part of the knowledge, they are expert. Yeah. So not so easy to category or say this is good or not. Everyone have their own comments, their own ideas. So what we should do is listen to the client, but actually still we should consider the professional side, the product. So the difference is now all the end users, they just don't just listen to you and buy. Yeah, actually they want to check and involve more and try the products. Yeah.
You know, there is a saying that says that different side of the same coin. And I think that applies very well here, because on the one side you have the end consumer, on the other side you have the installer.
Yes.
But both feedbacks are important to develop a proper product.
Yes, sure.
For that market.
Sure.
Now, there is a trend of consolidation in the market, and companies are taking more and more space up in this market. And now we can talk particularly about the Romanian market. Where do you see that Hexing, through their brand Livoltek, are fitting in this market in Romania?
So for Romania, Hexing is, as we understand, for Romania, its potential and the green energy is booming, yes, actually. So, but for the demand, as I mentioned, is not. We don't want to make it some of the companies, they just use our solution or just use our products. What we wanted is to analyze and know the demand from the client, or no matter end user or the installation company, since there is already a lot of coverage of the solar actually. But now more and more storage required, and how can we provide a better solution? Easier extension and make it economic way, and also a convenient way for the user to use our products. So we just don't push these products or that products. We just know the market, and from the product side, the design, or not only the product itself, but also the local service. Yeah, we want to make it a localized company and a localized products, which is fitting this market aware. Yeah, but also we are using some international understanding. Yeah, since we already had so much experience in other countries, no matter mature or some market with pinpoint. So we understand the position in other place. So we have a saying, international knowledge, but local experience must be localized, and it's the difference maybe comparing to some of even very big company. Yeah, just to say you need to buy our product. We would like to find some more suitable or feasible solution and more close cooperation and the service.
So basically, you're taking the experience from all of the other countries.
Yes.
And on the background, as a baseline, you're using that experience to tailor solutions and products for the local market.
Yes, yes.
And I will have one more question, because I know you have a flight to catch, and thank you very much for taking the time, especially that you have to run. Do you think that these fluctuations on demand that you were mentioning previously in developing countries are because of the funds as well? Because in a developed market like Germany, Italy, Austria, and so on, you don't have any more funds, or not so much. So you got a stable stream of orders and a stable market.
Yes.
Now in Romania, we have funds. Everybody's waiting for that funds. So we have that fluctuations when 4-5 months you don't get any order, and after that you get an order for an whole year. Do you think that once we finish with these funds, we will get the same stability as the developed markets?
I think so. I think not only because of the fund itself, even for the fund, it actually it's encouraging the market, just booming, but finally also will become stable. Yeah, developing stably, because this is the trend actually for all the market, and no matter considering the environment or the higher cost or the more mature the system, ecosystem for developing the solar and the storage industrial. Yeah, this is, I think so.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Jessica Fenn, Senior Vice President of Hexing Group. Thank you very much again for taking the time.
Thank you.
And hope that you will visit us again, and maybe we're going to have a chat next time.
Sure. Thank you. See you next time.